Good afternoon, teacher. I'm Định, and my student code is B180849. And today, I'm going to be participating in the final exam for seminar on English job orientation. And I'm here to answer the 5 questions. And the first question that I'm going to be answering is, tell me about yourself. I'm a newly graduated student from Cần Thơ University, and I'm so pleased to have a chance to be here today. I've been working as a chief collaborator at English Interpreting and Translation Club for over 3 years now. And I used to be an intern at Cần Thơ University for medicine and pharmacy. And I was responsible for translating medical materials at the time. And hence, I can say that I know somewhat about medical knowledge. And I also do some freelance translating work in my free time, and I'm really passionate about learning new things as well as new courses. And I have developed a strong skill set such as time management skills and emotion management skills during my time at college. And I'm also a very honest person and responsible. I'm also very honest and responsible myself, and I can't wait to make the most of my skills and my experience in this new environment at your company if I can have the opportunity to work here. Coming up to the next question, which is, what are your strengths? As for my strengths, I must say I'm a very honest person. When I feel that my workload is too large to accept another task, or if I don't understand something, I always let my supervisor know. And I'm always honest because that grasps the importance of being so. You need to be honest to win other people's trust and form great relationships with them. It's always better to have friends who invariably willing to help, right? And besides, I'm immensely passionate about learning languages and exploring other cultures. This is because I think speaking many languages and understanding their cultures will help me tremendously in my upcoming projects of work. To put it another way, I can find a job more easily. In this semester, I also undertook a translation project of a book named An Australian in China, or Người Úc ở Trung Hoa, to get to know more about Chinese people and her culture. And I'm currently learning communication Chinese as well. I hope I can go there one day. And I also love translating because I think it's very cultivating and thought-provoking. I also do some freelance translating in my free time as well, and I got some money from those work, though it's not much. I'm still very happy because I value the experiences that I got more. I am still working on my translating skills every day since I know my skills are not good enough. I try to translate at least 1 article a day to hone my skills as well as learning more vocabulary. Last but not least, I'm aware of the importance of time, so I always try to be punctual. Punctuality is a sign of professionalism and helps you stand out as a dependable and consistent person. For the next question, which is what are your weaknesses? Regarding my weaknesses, I sometimes can become obsessed with perfecting my work after receiving notes from my supervisor. Sometimes I even let my friends down because I directly complained about their imperfect shared work and I want them to do it again. And after a long process of self-contemplation and feedback from my friends and family, I think I need to be less harsh on myself. Plus, I'm not very good at memorizing this as well. This is something I'm currently working on to improve myself. This makes the process of learning interpreting so hard for me. Besides, I was a procrastinator in the past and I used to believe that it wasn't such a horrible habit until I got snowed under with so many deadlines at the same time. This exerted a tremendous amount of stress and pressure on me. However, I took it as a wake-up call to work on myself to be better, since I could not be a procrastinator forever. Gradually, I'm luckily no longer a procrastinator, and I always finish my work on time. Last but not least, I sometimes struggle with negative criticism. Every time I'm exposed to negativity, I tend to spend hours on doing nothing and just being sad and moody. On the time, I even formed the habit of eating so much junk food to make myself feel better. I think I need to do something to change this in the future, and I'm planning to join some social clubs to share more about how we deal with negativity in our daily lives. For the next question, which is, tell me about an important goal that you set in the past. What efforts did you make to accomplish the goal? Did you reach it? Well, I must say I have many important goals in the past, ranging from passing the entrance exam to learning how to speak Chinese. But the unforgettable one was the one time when I went on great strides to pass the English exam for the gifted students. When I was still in grade 10, I was snowed under with so many deadlines and assignments from other subjects from school, but I never failed one task that I got from my English teacher. I always tried to balance them. I remember staying up so late until 2 or 3 in the morning for 5 or 6 months in a row to get ready for my big exam. However, I failed the exam because of my low speaking points. I didn't give up my fate because I still got another chance in the following year. Well, that's why I tried my best and gave all that I got for the exam. I worked on my speaking skill this time, and I continued to stay up late to improve my other skills every day until the due date. And in the end, my work paid off, and I passed the exam with flying colors. Well, for the last question, to whom can we delegate? Well, according to Cambridge Dictionary, the word delegate means giving a particular job, duty, right to someone else so that they can do it for you. Well, however, to whom can we delegate is a hard question. Well, there are two ways of delegating. First of all, it is downward delegating. It means that you delegate to those you manage or supervise. Well, you can do so when you have full authority over the person you're delegating. Well, sometimes you have to delegate a task or assignment to someone inappropriate, thereby leading to failure and unsatisfactory results. That's what you need to find the appropriate person to assign the task. Well, besides, delegation can also be sideways. It means that you can delegate the task to someone more or less equal in rank or level of authority. For example, you love doing the laundry, but hate to do the dishes. Meanwhile, your younger sister loves to do the dishes, but detests doing the laundry. In this situation, we can swap the task with each other to make it even more effectively. Well, there is another form of delegating, which is outsourcing. In this case, you will hire a vendor or a temporary worker to do the job for you. For example, when you have to be in a rush to the company for a very important meeting, but your house is currently a mess and you need it to be cleaned for a party tomorrow. In this situation, you can just hire someone to do the task for you, and this is outsourcing. Nowadays, many self-employed workers even offer their services like computer programming or graphic design and so on. Lastly, you can also delegate upwardly. Sometimes someone about you assigns you a responsibility that shouldn't be yours. Other times, someone delegates you to you so a task that is so hard that you can possibly complete it. In this situation, you should try to delegate the job back or upward. Here are some steps for you. First of all, you would go to the person assigning you the task. Then you show your enthusiasm for the task. But you still cannot get a hand of it, or a lot of things in the task make it hard for you to understand. This will make the person in charge realize that they shouldn't have delegated you the task, or he or she should be the one undertaking the task. And you can also suggest other people, but you should tell them first, of course. Well, delegating upward can also be risky because you have to be bold and diplomatic at the same time. And you don't think delegating upward is trying to pass the task to somebody else. It's just a matter of giving it to someone better suited. Well, and I have already answered all my 5 questions. Thank you so much for listening.